All right, our next high school. Let's give a big, warm round of applause to George Washington High School.
I am a black child. I often wonder if I'll live to the age of 30. I hear the stereotypes about my people. I see how officers treat little black boys and girls. I want racial equality. I am a black child. I pretend that I'm equal, although I feel as I'm not. I worry for my safety. I cry for the brother that is victimized by police brutality. I am a black child. My name is Ezekiel.
I'm Emma.
I'm David.
I'm Michael.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Esther.
I'm Aaliyah.
And I'm Sarah. And we are the future.
Over the past 7 weeks, we have tackled Catherine Wigington Green's challenge to address racial inequality.
We chose this issue because it is one of the most pressing issues in our own George Washington High School and in our Denver community.
Our solution was to create C.O.L.O.R, creatively optimistic leaders of respect.
C.O.L.O.R aspires to eliminate the stigma around race, educate on issues of racism, and be leaders of change in our community.
Our school has a Facebook page called GWH's Confessions, a site where students make confessions anonymously. Recently, the number of racial confessions has skyrocketed, further proving that racial inequity is an issue in our community. They say things such as,
Sometimes I'm disgusted by how ignorant the school is.
White IB kids are raising money for children in Africa, but can't even admit there's a race issue in our own school.
We had to make the issue of race more comfortable to talk about, so we chose to use art. In DPS, art is only 4.2% of the overall budget, but art allows us to express ourselves and our uniqueness in an individualized way. That way, it is the perfect platform for us.
We distributed a survey on art and race, gathering important statistics. Out of the 200 people that took the survey, 60% believe that art is undervalued in our school system, and 71% think that race is a problem in our community.
So we developed a short film to tackle stereotypes, which is one of our many components in our colorful campaign, and for our hopes for our community's future. Here it is.
We created 3 workshops and addressed 3 different types of racism using 3 different types of art.
Masking Stereotypes was our painting workshop where we had participants paint their mask, and on the outside, we asked them to paint how society sees them.
However, on the inside, we told people to paint how they truly see themselves.
I Am More is our literature workshop, where each participant was given an outline of an I Am poem, as shown here, and that was after we shared Ezekiel's I Am poem with them.
We prompted conversations about stereotypes in general and their role in society.
Sing a Song of Race is our final workshop, where we use music as a means to address generational racism. We use the 3 songs shown here to reflect on how our perspective on race has changed throughout generations.
So after playing these songs in our workshops, we asked whether the N-word has a place in music and in society, and how it affects all generations.
To increase the visibility of color in our community, we established our presence on social media and used our hashtag Color Talk to give people the chance to have their voices heard.
Additionally, we created a page on our Vow to Be Happy website dedicated to color, who we are, what we do, and upcoming events.
We have employed other methods to make sure that you have not seen the last of us.
We have planned workshops for middle schoolers and for places of work. Also, because racism is tied to happiness, our continued work with Vow to Be Happy, which was established last year, ensures our sustainability.
Another way we are leaving our mark is by partnering with our school mural club to create an equality mural that will be there for years to come.
Thank you to the Bezos Family Foundation, the Aspen Institute, Denver Public Schools, and everyone else involved in the Aspen Challenge for this opportunity.
Now, could we have all of you please stand up?
On the count of three, let's all say, we are the change. 1, 2, 3. We are the change.
Hi. Good job, you guys. Can you talk a little bit more about your community outreach efforts? I know you talked a little bit about with the middle schools and your mural, but anything else that you did in that area?
In that area, our video was a very big outreach, which you didn't get to see, but you can see it at our table downstairs. And that got our community involved because we had each individual student say their race by color, so white, black, yellow, and very stereotypical, and then they had to list a stereotype. And then they had to say like who they really were and some positive characteristic about themselves. And we used people in our school for that, which helped outreach to them.
Additionally, we've also contacted Hamilton Middle School and Hill Middle School and the business Revin to make sure that we can continue these workshops in the next few months. And we partnered with our mural club to make sure that the mural will be up. It'll be up at the end of March in our main stairwell that addresses racial inequality.
Great job on recovering there when you didn't have your video show, your YouTube clip. Of the 3 songs that you all organized around, which one created the most discussion?
I think one of our most controversial or most discussion intriguing songs was definitely the most explicit one you saw. It definitely sparked the most controversy, and it really let people get to the meat of it, the most uncomfortable issue we addressed. And doing that allowed people to kind of get in a state they normally wouldn't be in, one that's much more uncomfortable, and made the issue of race much more real to the people in the room doing the workshop on that platform.
So you guys chose arts, you chose music, etc. Why? Talk a little bit about why you thought that was the right way to go, to reach your fellow students.
So we chose art because we felt like race is always a very uncomfortable topic to talk about and people try to avoid it. So we chose art because it's something that lets people open up about who they really are.
It's also very individualized, so when you're doing art, you feel it yourself, and you really look introspectively at what you're doing to be able to look at the bigger picture when you're talking about it, and it makes it more personal.
All right, thank you, GW.